I want to talk about network marketing today. And I want to start by telling you exactly what I think of the version of it you've probably already seen. The hype, the fake lifestyle photos, the rank announcements, the people who turn every conversation into a recruitment opportunity, whether you ask for it or not. The be your own boss pitch that somehow requires you to pitch everyone you've met. I want nothing to do with that version. I never have. And if that's what's kept you from looking at this seriously, I understand it completely, because it kept me from looking at it too, for months. So let me tell you how I actually got here. When Sherry first showed me LifeWave, and we started talking about it as business, I said no. Not out loud every time, but I found reasons to wait, to research more, to not quite be ready for months. I had good reasons. Good ones, I thought. I had watched network marketing from the outside long enough to have an opinion about it. And most of those opinions were formed by watching the version I just described. The pushy one, the hype one, the personality forward one that I knew was not me. What changed was not a better pitch. It was a different frame. Sherry walked me through the system, not the product, the system. And I heard something I recognized. Leadership, team building, duplication, consistent daily action that compounds over time. I had spent 19 years doing exactly those things in corporate America. Building teams, developing processes, training people to operate without me, watching them every minute. The difference was I had been doing it for someone else's company. The R.A.N.C.H method was about doing it for me, for our company. Network marketing is not a personality. It's a system. And a system is something you can learn, run, and duplicate without becoming someone you're not. This is what most people get wrong. Here is the distinction I want you to walk away from today. A tool is something you use to accomplish a specific purpose. A hammer helps build homes. It does not define the carpenter. A truck hauls loads. It does not define the rancher. Network marketing is a tool, a specific, proven tool for building a team-based residual income stream that does not require you to work every hour to maintain it. When you use it correctly, by someone who understands leverage, leadership, and consistent action, it is one of the most accessible wealth building tools available to the ordinary people. And you have to really understand this. You cannot get into any other business without a lot of money. A personality is something different. It is when the tool becomes the identity, when rank becomes the scoreboard, when recruitment becomes the entire point, when the business stops being a vehicle and becomes your costume. That version, the personality version, is what most people have seen, and they are right to be skeptical of it. The tool version, in what the R.A.N.C.H method teaches, uses it, build with it, deploy the income it generates into real estate, and then let the assets do the compounding while the tool keeps running. So what does it look like to use network marketing as a tool instead of letting it become your personality? It looks like showing up consistently to build, not performing consistently to recruit. You create content that teaches something real. You have honest conversations with people who are genuinely curious. You build a team through attraction, not pressure. It looks like having a financial purpose for the income you generate. Every dollar from your network marketing team is earmarked before it arrives for debt elimination, asset acquisitions, or another investment. The income is not a lifestyle upgrade, people. It is the fuel for the next pillar of the R.A.N.C.H method. It looks like leading your team instead of raking up on them. Your job is to help the people on your team to build, not to use them as rungs on a ladder toward your next title. Leaders build people up. Recruiters builds numbers. The difference shows in the culture of your team and in the sustainability of your income. And it looks like being willing to walk away from tactics that don't align with your integrity. There are shortcuts in this business. The same in any business. The Cowboy Code says you do not take them. We don't manipulate. We mentor. So here is the question I want you to answer directly. Why network marketing as a vehicle for building residual income and not something else? The honest answer is there are other vehicles. Real estate itself generates income. A small business generates income. Freelancing generates income. But most of those vehicles require either significant upfront capital, significant time that you don't have, or a level of risk that makes them impractical for a person who is still working a full-time job and supporting their family. Network marketing done through a proven company with a real product has a relatively low startup cost. It has a proven system that you plug into rather than build from scratch, and the ability to be worked in the margins of your current life. 2 to 3 hours a day. No storefront, no employees, very low inventory, if any inventory, you have to manage. It is not the only vehicle, but for the person who is starting from where you are standing, it is one of the most accessible paths to building a meaningful residual income stream in a reasonable time frame. The R.A.N.C.H method uses it as the first pillar specifically because it funds the second pillar. Residual income from network marketing becomes the fuel for asset acquisitions through real estate. That is the sequence. That is the system. No, I'm not asking you to be convinced today. I spent months not being convinced. That is a reasonable place to start. But what I am asking is that you separate the version you've already dismissed, the personality version, the hype version, the one you were right to walk away from the version I'm describing, the tool version, the system version, the one built on integrity, leadership, and a specific financial purpose. Those are two completely different things. And you deserve to evaluate the second one on its own terms. The free training in the description walks through the full R.A.N.C.H method, including exactly how the network marketing pillar works and how it funds the real estate pillar. No pitch, no pressure, just the system explained straight. Remember, vision without a timeline is a dream. Vision with a timeline is a plan. A plan with a system is a destiny. Faith, freedom, financial independence. Now go build the rest.